Good morning, hello and welcome. I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Korean stuff. Hey, we've been rivaled by the Ottomans. Korean frozen stuff. Whatever. Mamluks are being occupied by Ethiopia. I think he's dying. Yeah, it's a new day. It's Sunday now, just in case you're wondering what day it is. Attack Haida. Who is Haida? Haida. I mean, we could, but he was in like a league or something earlier. It doesn't really matter. It's 3 development. Like, why do we care? Eventually, our colonial nation will be strong enough that he'll be able to just go do it himself. And I don't have to deal with it. So, I did just notice that he's not colonizing. So, we're going to give him, like, say, 10 ducats a month for a little while. See if we can get him colonizing again. Tell my colonial nation to attack it. Problem with him is that he has, he does have 7 troops now. And with the subsidies, he could probably merc up. He does not get the very hard AI bonuses because he's a subject of a player. I think that when I had assessed it, I don't think he could win the war. Despite his tech advantage, like, I thought he would lose. Let's see if he trains more men. I'll leave the subsidies active. Can you make a lot of monarch points with Ming? Yeah, if we tributaried Ming, we could make a ton. Ming has 949 development, and the math is 949 divided by 33.3. We could get 28 monarch points a year from him. A little bit over 2 monarch points a month for a tributary of that size, of any category. But then we can't conquer the land, and we need to conquer the land for the achievement. So I think we just worry about killing him. Oh, you mean as playing as them? That's a completely different question. Yes. The answer is yes. Ming would be disloyal. We could just farm 1 province miners for prestige and placate him. There's always a way. So, we are not taking ideas at the moment, even though we have points, because we've got corruption to root out. It's going to take another 5 or 6-ish years. Just trying to save points. We'll go up to the point cap, then spend them. Scientific revolution continues. Miltech, admin tech, or diplotech. Let's see. How about we do admin, because we are going to be behind on admin points after we take the ideas. Bengal is no longer a valid rival. Didn't take long. It's the first episode of the day, so I might be a little bit slow. A little slow and dumb. Anyone want to, like, you know, become a tributary? Yakui guy wants to become a tributary. I mean, we could just do that. Always break it later. 3 whole development tributary. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Look at that. We got a new tributary. We can also boost stab. I wouldn't recommend boosting stab. I would just let the advisors give you the stab bump. Also, I'm not really worried about harmony or meritocracy very much. Parallel authority. The Neo-Confucian reformers gain 15 loyalty. There's that last event. That last not event. That last thing down here we want. Need to get them to 70 loyalty. Can we do that right now? I've been holding off on this click because I want to be able to do it. And I've been waiting for the point where we can give these guys some cash, which is next year. And then I think we can do some land grants plus the cash grant to get the clergy to 70. This event would make the clergy happy now, but cost us loyalty with the Confucians. And I can't make the Confucians happy as easily as the Shizu. So, I think we need to do this. Oh, boo. It's gonna be annoying. We'll take that one. Just again, based on the idea that I can't make... it's harder to make the burghers like us than it is to make the clergy. And for now, let's find some land to grant to the Shizu. They can have this, and they can also, I'm not going to give them the grain, but they can take this. Just get them to 40, so they're not making issues. It's frustrating though, like, so 15% from the generous donation will put them at 55. Get them another 15 after that. Eventually they'll be at 50 if they just no more bad events fire. We can get them to 50. 50 plus 15 is 65 plus a few land grants gets him to 70. I guess the question is, can we afford to just do this click now? Or do we need to continue to save it? I'm never going to get it done, right? If I don't sync up this click before this click in order to do that event, I don't think it's really going to ever happen. But even though I want those monarch points, let's just wait. Just do it? Just take the monarch points? No. I want that last click. Look at this thing. This is crazy. We need manufactories everywhere, but Diplo Rep +2 and National Rest -2 and Stab Cost -10. I want those things. That'd be awesome. Okay, our explorer's dead. That's unfortunate. Okay, I don't really know what to do with my diplomats right now. I guess maybe spy on Ming for siege ability in the future. Maybe spy on Ayutthaya for fun and games. And then we'll let some time pass because we're just waiting for... We're waiting for the actual truce with Ming because it was like less than 5 years. I want to do a direct CB, direct war against Ming. Our conquistador, what is wrong with a cookie, is dead. Where did that army go? Insane Toe Explorer. We should keep exploring, I think. Who shall explore? We need a new one. Why are we losing money? Because we're rooting out corruption at maximum speed right now. Sam Ret. Please find. That's bad. You're great for like combat and stuff, but on a conquistador, I really just want maneuver speed, because that determines how quickly you can explore. I asked for military access, I think, from this guy to get that guy out, so let's cancel that. Let's go home. If we weren't rooting out corruption, we'd be making money. Not as much money as we should, but some. Right, so he's conquisting. We do have a slot for an actual explorer. Oh, I don't have an active exploring navy, so I feel like we probably explored everything we could, right? Right, like I think we explored the whole coastline here. We probably can't make it through down this area yet. We could colonize just some random junk down here, just to be able to go around. Portugal's working pretty hard here. He's got 3 active colonies. Hey, there's some gold. We'll see. Colony's at 762, so maybe soon. I do want to discover Europe. We need to conquer some land in Europe in order to get one of the achievements. If we don't get the land, we need 20 development in state provinces to be allowed to harmonize. So we need to get something in the Catholic group, something in the Muslim group, something in the other groups. What other groups there are, I don't remember now. Pause emote's ready? Awesome, cool, thanks. Let's take a moment to get that added to the game. Or actually, let's do that between episodes. Remind me when this one's done. I feel like I swear, this game, I don't get it. The game runs worse on Victor when I use game capture, which is almost always the most efficient method for capturing the content when using OBS. When I use just center monitor capture, the game runs faster. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. We're at our max manpower. We can get the Christian group provinces from Congo and Muslim from Indonesia. That's true. There is Muslim down here. Hindu is its own group, right? I think. We accept the Ravada or Vajrayana or something already. We'll see. No more innovativeness from tech available. Mr. Mbolg, thank you for your sub, sir. Morale of armies or prestige? Easy question. Easy answer. Buying trade company land? We have no money right now, but we could consider trying to do that. Charter trade company. I don't like not making money. Makes me upset. We have a weird number of artillery right now. They're all really well drilled though, so I don't want to, like, trim the army down at all. Also, we are subsidizing for 10 ducats. I guess if he's colonizing, I'm gonna probably turn that off. Frozen Turtle Land is currently colonizing at a maintenance cost of 4, which means he has 2 active colonies. Hopefully, he's not colonizing his capital like a derp. Good. There we go. Turns out, yes, I was blocking his colonization earlier on accident. I'm just going to briefly mention this for those who were watching yesterday and curious about it. I did make the uncapped innovativeness mod for myself last night. Wow, another admin tech cost discount. And tested it. So that will likely be a future campaign after this one's done. But we're not going to talk about it today, and there will be no coalitions. More movement speed penalties there or something. We got caught spying on Ming. Fine. Whatever, just spy on the neighbors. Why do I want to have max innovativeness? Why wouldn't I want to have max innovativeness? I mean, isn't it generally good to have 10% all power cost reduction? Okay, generous donation equals 15. Let's just add this up. 41.69 plus 15 plus. We would have to grant 14% loyalty from land grants right now. This gives 0.7. 0.7 plus 0.6 plus 0.5. Most likely it'd be pushing them really close to the land limit, but to just get this thing done and then be done with it, we could always revoke the land 12 months later. I think we can probably make the push right now, because I do want to do this diplo point click. So let's give it a shot, why not? Ah, loans, gross. Loans are gross and wrong. And gross. But I want to do it right now, because I'm impatient. I don't care. So we got to get these guys to 70% loyalty with whatever land we can give them, even if it increases their influence too high. And I don't really care about autonomy very much because, again, we're just going to revoke it again in the future, and we decay autonomy super quickly. Unfortunately, we have no more integrated land, and the conquested land is already almost down to 0 as well. Whatever, just all the land. I'm not going to look at it. They're at 96.8. We're almost there. $97, 99.8. They're at 60. Yeah, we're gonna go over 100. Whatever. They can just do that. 70%. Okay. Then with the burgers, we're gonna do this click, putting them at 77, and then yes. So thank you, whoever had looked this up, because this tooltip I really think should dynamically update. It says, one of the following must be true. Either no estate has any territory at all, or you have 2 estates with at least 70 and the third has at least 50. There was a question a while back, well, what happens if you have parliament and there isn't a third estate? It still says the third estate has to have 50 loyalty. It can't have 50 loyalty if it doesn't exist. So, someone looked it up in the game files and it just disregards the third estate. So we were still able to turn this in, which means this is done. We can't turn this one in for a while, but it doesn't really matter because whenever we get the last manufactory built, we'll now be set, and that means that we can finally do. We can, not worry about that event. It's dealt with now, and we can get money from the burgers. So, we're getting really close to the point cap. 2,000 ducats is pretty good. Speaking of getting the manufactories in Korea, why don't we get that done? Let's just make sure that we're building them in Korea's region, even if they're not the most efficient. How are we going to grant the merchants? Oh, you mean to get them to 70? The plan was to use the click there. I had already done the clergy click, so we had to do it that way. Now, I suppose, rather than waiting, we could just revoke stuff now. Stuff that they had a while back. Kyoto should stay with them. I can't revoke grain. We should revoke some of our core stuff, especially coastline. Like, this is awful for the clergy anyway. Revoke that. That one's got 10 base tax. This one has very low base tax. Let's revoke that. Take that back. Oh, they're already below. They're below 98, but I think we should go down to like 40 loyalty. Try to trim down the estate's territory a bit. Especially coastline stuff, so we get more naval force in the future. That's close. They'll be disloyal for a couple months. Okay. No more estate shenanigans. We're all done with that noise. You could have paid the loans. I paid the loans off. I did that first. I was just too fast for you. Okay, we have 9991 power. I'm the min-maxer in me doesn't want to take tech at all while we have 4.8% corruption. Battalier, thank you for the gifted sub, sir. Or not gifted. That was your 18-month happy second baby. I guess we just do some dev. 20 dev costs. That's a pretty good price. Imagine if we had taken full economic. Full economic reduces the base cost by 10 essentially, so this would only cost 10 right now. We'll just stay around 800 points roughly. Crap, admin points weren't supposed to go into base tag. Shoot. They're not supposed to go into that. They're supposed to go into ideas. Whoopsies. Whoopsie. 1444. Time to restart. GG. No re. Dev cost edict. It's too much micro at this point. Hey, look. Innovativeness. It does say 5 per click, but at this stage of the game, when we have this much clay, I don't like having to pay attention to all the different states and turn on the dev cost edict in every province. It's one of the more tedious micromanagement things. I mean, sure, you can make the argument that every time I do a click without the dev cost edict on, I should just start over and go back to 1444. But yeah. Imperator soon? No, we're not gonna check out Imperator. Sorry. Alright, I do think with our next colony, even though I want to start the next colonial nation, I do just want to maybe put one dude down here so that we can keep exploring. What's the most distant island that we can reach? We can reach some of these islands down here. We could always colonize Hawaii just so that we have it. There was a little discussion before the stream started today about ways that we could theoretically move our capital to Hawaii, which is in the Oceania continent, which would allow us to make trade company regions, but for this campaign, I don't think it's worthwhile. We could colonize here. I think this would give us the most colonial range. We still want to kick people out. We'll keep the religious minorities, but the unaccepted cultural minorities, they need to go. The Confucians. Ugh. Ugh, get them out. Go away. Will you play Imperator when it comes out? Oh, hey, gain mandate. Cool. So we have 80 mandate now. 80 plus. So we could do this. This click. Is there a confirmation dialogue, I think? Or not? I think this one might just go through right away. This would be a bad click if we clicked it now. But, there are ways. There are ways that we could work our way past the restrictions on being able to move your capital. Sin is that word. The Korean people have increasingly come to resent new Chinese customs. Gain lots of unrest everywhere. Okay. Gain 15 meritocracy, which we don't actually need because we're sitting at 100. Actually, oh shoot, look at that. We're 3 months away from being able to turn this thing off. Damn. Whatever. What's this one then? Hey, yeah, okay, a capital for the Korean Empire. As befits the new ruler of China, it is now time to select the new seat of our dynasty. The location of our capital is likely to influence Korea politics for years to come. Gain mandate and move our capital to Beijing or Nanjing or remain in our current location. This is a good thing for us because we probably do want to move our capital to either the Beijing node or to the... Yeah, Beijing. We want to move it to Beijing for now, because coming up in like 20 years, we want to spawn global trade in our home node, and right now, we don't have enough trade value. We might be able to just beat the Europeans based on lots of manufactories and production, but it'll be a lot easier if we make all of our trade centralized in Beijing. So let's move to Beijing. Beijing has 38 dev, our current capital has 37. It'll now have even more. Cool. So Beijing's the new capital. That'll auto-move our trade. We've got to move our boats around. We no longer will collect here. We want to make sure we're steering in the right direction here. I'm just going to move the... Beijing... We don't need a merchant in Beijing, technically. I'm going to recall this one for now. Oops, not meant to do that. The node that we have to actually protect in is not the Nippon node anymore now. It's the Hangzhou node. So this fleet that's in Nippon, I'm going to move them to Hangzhou. Because there's only a small amount bleeding off. Most of it's coming out already, but just in case, once all of this wealth, this like gate opens, I want to make sure that we're not losing 40 plus ducats in this direction. See, now it's 4 or 3. Spain is no longer a valid rival for us. Oh, okay. We're making 14 ducats. I didn't mark down the trade income last month, but we're 97. 97 all in Beijing. All of the money's coming out, except for what Ashikaga's stealing, which is not a huge amount. And then all of this comes out. Most of it's going the direction we want. We collect almost all of this. Switch over to this. Let's, yeah. Alright, it's not bad. Cool. Well, it's already been 20 minutes, so let's take a short break here. I'll be back in the next episode, though. As always, thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you again in the next one. See you soon.